Stephen A. LaChance is our special guest. His website is www.stephenalachance.com. He's the author of a new book that is the continuation of his experiences, entitled Blessed Are the Wicked. And I have to ask you, Stephen, what does your title mean, Blessed Are the Wicked?
Well, some people say, well, that's sacrilegious, and then I've heard others say, well, that's a scary title. It's neither. The title has to do with the coming down the end of the road of my personal haunting and everything that I went through. I realized that the last things that I had to let go of were the feelings of this person hate me, they hurt me, they beat me, they did this to me. And I had to start forgiving all of that. And so what I did was, bless them. Bless this person that did this, bless this person that did this, and even bless the demon that tried to take over my life. Because in the end, everybody deserves a blessing. Blessed are the wicked. That's what it's about. It's about forgiveness. It's a very strong message there.
Something that I wanted to ask you the last time you were on, and I just found my note here. Does the demon, once it left you, where does it go? Does it have the ability to come back and haunt another family, or is it banished?
Well, there's some that believe it's banished. I tend not to believe that. And the reason I tend not to believe that is I see these cases over and over and over again. And there's sometimes it feels like you walk into a case and, man, they know you're there. And it's almost this knowing. And they know who you are, and you will know when that happens because they point it out to you sometimes, even through your EVPs or whatever you're doing at that moment. So I don't think they're banished. And I know that goes against a lot of people's beliefs, but let me tell you, I'm out there doing the work, and I'm telling you, their commonality is there all the way through. And I think one case is no different than the next. I think you're dealing with some of the same things over and over.
What would happen if you were to run into the demon in another haunting that you were investigating that haunted you?
That's a tough one, Rob. Well, the thing is I would probably have to walk out of that case and put somebody else on it immediately. And the reason for that is not because I would be afraid of it. It would be because it knew too much. And we've already been down that road. And how would I separate myself from that without putting my personal feelings into that? You got to be careful of that.
Yeah, sure do. So here we are in 2014. You've done so much. You give so much to people. What's next for Stephen A. LaChance?
Well, we're going to continue going the way we are, and we're going to continue the education process because I think the education is key to everything that we're doing. And then we'll expand a little bit because I had heard somebody say at one point that in everything paranormal there's a common thread. Within that common thread, we're going to find the answers. So I'm going out and I'm looking at some of the other things as well. I think that's responsible, and putting out some responsible media. I think that's important, and I'll continue writing as well.
Hey, Stephen, I want to thank you ever so much for coming back on the show. Continued success. Keep the great work up, my friend. You are a candle in the darkness of the paranormal, so keep the great work up, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Good night.
Good night, Stephen. Exonation, Stephen A. LaChance has been my special guest this hour, www.stephenalachance.com. And we've been talking to Stephen about his new book entitled Blessed Are the Wicked, and it's available at all major U.S. book retailers and also available through the good people at Llewellyn. 1-800-610-7035 is our toll-free number worldwide, and you can always send an email to exxon@exxonradiotv.com. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break with the news at 6.5 minutes past the top of the hour as we continue here in the X Zone from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away.